What's up guys, today's video is a little bit different than a normal vlog. I'm going to be interviewing Hunter. He's someone I would consider a mentor. We did an interview back in February, so I'm returning the favor. Let's get into it.
Bro, quit fooling around with people you met at the family reunion, dog.
Welcome to the interview. I'm here with Hunter.
Hey everybody!
We're going to be getting right into it. So first question I have for you is, how did we first meet? If you remember, it's a long time ago.
Oh man, I think that I remember meeting you in like sort of speckled in scenarios.
Yeah, like comps.
Yep, little competitions here and there, but when we actually met, I'm not sure if it was at an OA competition. The first like actual conversation I think would have been at a competition.
There was one comp in Wisconsin. I wasn't like part of the team or anything, but you and Mason coached me.
Oh yeah, dude.
And that was like my first time. I was like, oh
yeah,
the Lizard's coaching me.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Okay. Yep.
That was a weird gym.
Yeah. Those are strange days, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, those are strange days. A lot of serial killers are from Wisconsin.
That's true.
Yep.
Jeff Dom.
Yep. Mason Ignis.
So I have Sprite cans. So challenge is we have to drink a can of Sprite without burping.
What's the punishment if we burp?
No punishment, just try not to burp. Not for now, there might be punishments later.
Yeah,
right.
do the ASMR.
So, your art and photography sometimes has this stick figure character. And you have two new tattoos on your arm of them. When did you come up with this character, and does it represent anything?
Well, I did some drawing when I was younger, but when I was 12, I really started to draw more like hunter-specific stuff and way more things that aren't like, oh, okay, I'm gonna draw this still life thing that exists already. I wanna draw something that's just in my mind.
So you're fully self-taught?
Yep.
On that?
Yeah. Well, my parents are really, really good artists, and then my sister was like an award-winning artist in school. But they draw very specific. My sister draws a lot of like fantasy stuff. My parents draw a lot more. I think you're gonna cave before I do.
Yeah, I am definitely gonna cave.
But where their eyes are at within the head, shape of their mouth and everything, and where they're looking and what they're doing, you can put a lot more emotion and character into a stick figure than you might think.
Do you want to show off those new ones?
Yeah, I got a couple. They're still healing. There are a bunch of them that all of the stick figures are opening hatches from different angles all throughout my shoulder. There are actually quite a few of them now just to represent curiosity. So there will be a whole ton more. One will be looking off to the left, one will be looking off to the right, one will be looking downward, opening two hatches, and then there are more here that I'd have to get completely.
What's the newest one that went all the way to the side?
This one is opening from the top, basically, as if it was opening a mail slot.
Do you take like inspiration from anyone, like your sister?
She would draw like these like fairy sort of fantasy scenes, like these characters that are like slenderish female with wings in this fantasy world thing. It seemed like I knew it, bro. I knew it. I've been fighting it off for so long, dude.
Oh man,
it's like sharp in my chest right now. And I feel it sharp in my chest. Now that I know I'm allowed to burp, I don't know if it'll come.
Should we do another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, bring it on, dog.
What's that tapping? What is that? Is that for like alcohol usually?
I don't know if it works or not, but if you shake your can up.
Oh, it bumps the bubbles down?
Yeah. I don't know where that information came from. I want to burp now, but I can't.
You might as well. It restarts right now, unless you want to have like twice.
Dude, I'm gonna be stacking them, bro. Damn, boy, Jerry, is there a bunch of your girlfriends are calling you, bro?
Nah.
You have to get a new phone, dude. Who was calling me? Oh, Ethan Swanson. Poor little guy.
All right.
I really wish I would have burped before doing this.
How you drink that fast?
I'm so full of carbonation right now. Does it count if you pour it down your chin and down onto your chest? But yeah, I think that my sister drew herself a lot. Actually, I think a lot of people who do artwork
Like portraits?
Insert themselves, into their artwork subconsciously, and I think maybe I do that with like curious stick figure. I guess I haven't really thought about it the whole time, but it seems like now that I am, little characters in sort of like big worlds is kind of the way that I do it.
You grew up all over the world. What was the first place you grew up?
Like the first
School,
place
like
that
elementary.
Germany.
Germany?
Yep. I don't know if I went to school before Europe. I wouldn't have because I was really young, maybe 3.
How about middle school?
So middle school is when I switched from Germany to Italy. We left Italy when I was going into high school. You got to burp again, no?
No, I don't.
Dog. Dang.
I don't gotta
nah,
burp.
you don't.
Nah.
It's easy.
Just making faces.
Italy was middle school. I think what was considered middle school. 6,
Oh yeah, they have
7,
different like ages for that
Yep.
stuff.
I have little, like, just specks of memory before Europe, but I don't remember if there were these little blips of time where we would go back to the States for like a week.
Oh, so you were there and back.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
But super infrequently. I think that it was maybe... Huh?
No, nothing. It was a deep breath you took there.
I know. I'm fighting carbonation, dude. And we still have another can to drink.
So how about like high school? Were you back in the States?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So why were you out in like Europe and like...
So my parents met in the military. Mm-hmm. They were in what's called a chow hall. It's where everybody goes and eats. They just call meals chow.
Chow.
And my dad was like, all right, I'm going to, like try to run my game on this chick, which was my mom.
Yeah?
And my mom's like, dang, man, who's this little homie like trying to run game on me? And my dad's like, hey, yo, should we like get married, dog?
So your dad has
my dad rizzed her up, dude. They got married after 2 weeks.
What?
Yeah, dog. Yeah, they're still married.
Wait, how old were they?
23 and 20, I think. Well, maybe 22 and 19.
That's me right now. I'm 19.
Yeah,
wow.
You could be my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom was your age then when they got married.
Right.
I think my parents had their first kid, my oldest sister, when one of them was 23.
Yeah.
And I know that they had kids soonish after they met. I don't know if they had to get married or not. The way the military works is you can't just move around with your girlfriend. But if you have a spouse, your husband will move with you or your wife will move with you. They met, and it's not like there were cell phones and social media and all that. They met, and then 2 weeks later, they got married in like t-shirts and jeans. And that was it.
So what was like your reaction to moving during that time?
When we moved here, we moved to like small town America. I
Yeah.
thought everybody was in the military. I thought that's just like what. I want to burp so bad.
I
It's, like,
forgot about mine,
So
actually.
uncomfortable. The amount of carbonation that's like.
Yeah, 2
trying
pop cans,
fight
I'll
its
do it
way
to you.
up, dude. But yeah, I thought everybody was in the military, and then we came here. I jumped on my bike and I biked into town. We moved to a town of like 800 people, and so I biked into town. I was like, okay, I got to meet some people, meet some friends,
Oh yeah, before phones and stuff.
try to stack some homies up. I met some people, and they were talking about, oh, hey, we can go to my cousin's house, and so we would bike like 10 blocks, and we would be at like their cousin's house. I was like, how on earth do you live right by your cousin? I've like never met most of my cousins. They're all in different states all over the place, and it's all this different. I don't think I understood like how profound or how, like big of a thing that was until after it had all been done. I just thought everybody moved around. Nobody goes to school, the same school the whole time.
For your siblings, like, are you the only one here in Minnesota, or is it like, are some
Nope.
back in Europe?
One of my siblings is back in Minnesota now.
Which one?
Second. The sister who is older than I am, but younger than my oldest sister. She's back in Minnesota now. She moved to Portland for a while. She's a scientist or a chemist.
Chemist.
Yeah. Works in a lab or oversees a lab now.
Walter White, chemist.
Yep. Yeah, makes meth. Doesn't have cancer or anything. Just
Yeah.
just makes meth recreationally.
Yeah, side hustle.
Yeah, side hustle. Brother and other sister are in Florida, and they've been all over too.
So you have a pretty voice crack.
Dang, bro.
Dang, puberty maybe.
Uh-oh.
You have a pretty interesting life and personality. Are your siblings pretty like close around that, or are you?
I think so.
Okay.
Here's the thing, is that when you meet them, they are typically, I feel like they're more reserved in general than I am. I think that right off the bat that they're not going to, like really let themselves go. But when you start to get to know them, that we're all cut from the same cloth.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you're like more extroverted.
I think so, yeah. I think I'm less reserved than they are. But
Why do you think that is?
their jobs that they have, one of them oversees a lab.
Oh.
So she has to be. My oldest sister, I think that she was a welder. Maybe she was in a supervisory position as a welder. And then my brother does work deep underwater.
Whoa.
Like he does construction underwater, basically.
Oh.
He's a commercial
Like, does he
diver.
throw on one of those suits?
Yep.
Whoa.
All works, yeah. So they'll do like crazy shit, dude. They'll climb through. Imagine a pipe that's like 2 feet in diameter. And it's 100 feet underwater. And
Nah,
they
that's
crawl
crazy.
through that thing deep underwater for, you know, hundreds of feet to go fix something inside.
Have you ever
you know,
like watched it live?
No.
And do it?
So there's not a lot of opportunity for them to just while out, but like they do. I've known them forever. You know, they do like wild. They're pretty goofy people.
You've had food pretty much all over the world.
Yeah.
What would you consider the best country or state?
Italy.
Really?
It's not close.
Pasta?
Yeah, dude, it's not close.
It's the weirdest
Or-
food.
I mean, it isn't close. I mean, Italy is in its own tier.
Yeah.
You completely.
All right, so knock out Italy.
Yeah, Italy, it's in its own tier. It doesn't even count. It's not fair for it to be in the competition. Some of the stuff that I ate in China was pretty good, dude. Italy's S tier. China's up. China's, maybe it's because it was so unique. I liked the activity in China, so we had hot pot, which is basically a table, but the center of the table is a cauldron.
Yeah, and you make it over it, right?
Yeah, and so it's just boiling like broth. Go ahead, let it go, bro.
I'm good.
You got it, dog.
My back is sweating.
And so then they put all these different raw meats and stuff, and so you just grab your chopsticks and you toss raw little cuts of meat and stuff into the thing, and you're all doing it together at the table, and everybody's communicating and talking and laughing and hanging out, and you're all just eating out of the same, you know, boiling broth.
Yeah. What kind of restaurant do you go to like eat like pig brain or?
Deep. It was deep in like the working district of China. I think we were by like Shenzhen. They were trying to like gross the American out. You know what I mean? Like
you didn't
it'd be
fold.
like this big funny thing where they like gross the American out.
Yeah.
But dude, I loved it.
What?
Yeah, dog.
No, that's crazy. Okay, wait.
I was
so-
eating like pig brain. I ate a whole bowl full of these like goose penises.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had all kinds of stuff, dude. It was so good.
Were they like shocked? Like, oh.
Yeah.
He's out eating it.
When I went over there, I had this big mop of like blonde hair, so I stood out like a sore thumb. And they would stop because they would see me as an American, for one. Not only an American, but like I was really American. Like big puffy blonde hair and like tank top.
Oh, was that like
2019, I think.
2019?
Yeah, right before
Yeah.
2020, because we were over there. It was right before 2020. Then I ate a bat and like I started like coughing and stuff. And, like,
Yeah?
yeah, so I had to go back to the States.
No way. I think I heard about that. I saw this clip of this guy. He orders like everything in like Mandarin, and then they're like blown away. I'd imagine like the reaction was like similar to you eating all that.
Yeah,
goose penises
probably.
and stuff.
Yeah, they're probably like, dang, dude, we didn't gross him out, and now we're out of goose penises. He ate all our goose penises.
How many was it, you think?
I don't know, it's a lot of them. They looked like linguine noodles.
Would it taste like chicken?
All like rubbery linguine noodles.
Linguine.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know linguine.
Think of a spaghetti noodle, but it's like real flat and like 4 times. as
Oh,
wide. Yeah.
okay. I'm sure I'd change my opinion like once I saw it, but it doesn't sound that bad.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last can.
Oh
You got
man, I
2
still
in you.
haven't burped, bro.
Yeah, mine's like right here.
I like feel it in my head now. I never
Whoa,
thought that like
that's crazy.
I never thought that like fighting off burping would do this.
I've never fought off a burp, only farts, and it's like
Yeah, I fight
part of
too
the
far.
party.
I try to just push all day,
Oh,
all day long.
can't
No matter who
laugh.
I'm with, what I'm doing. All right.
Ready?
I want to burp before doing this. I know this is gonna be painful.
Yeah. Oh, what was that noise?
It's, you know
heard
that thing that's like your like, you know, throat and chest are like making weird noises from fighting it off.
All right, I'm gonna need a head start on you.
Dude, it's right here. And like my diaphragm.
If I punched it, would it come out?
Probably. I feel like you would miss and like break my sternum or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting a tattoo right here, dude. That was the worst.
You have one there?
Yeah, it's still healing.
Oh. For a year, would you rather lose one arm or one leg for an entire year?
One man. Leg.
Okay,
For
leg?
sure. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. I feel
Almost
like
done with this?
almost.
All right.
Oh god dang it, dude.
Hip
I almost
hip?
threw
You said
up,
hip
too.
hip?
Yeah.
Oh. Threw up.
I made just enough room to finish this. It doesn't feel like what I'm.
So that's
Dude, you deflated like a balloon.
I know. All right, what leg would you choose?
Are you really cutting one off?
Right or left?
Left.
Left leg?
Yep.
All right, follow me. Super.
I'm so full. Why are we doing this?
Challenge ends after you complete the Oh!
That was the most aggressive burpee.
Jeez.
That was like violent, dude.
That was, bro. That was like a finisher.
Do you know how much better I feel?
Probably a lot, right?
Yeah.
I got a little bit, but it's like your average burp. The challenge is, here's your point A.
Okay.
Right leg only
Oh God.
to point B. This is cool. This is clear. Just don't touch the blue. Do you want to throw a consequence into it or not?
Sure.
Okay, so the consequence is just like a shot of lemon juice. You get 2 tries. If you miss 2 tries, you take one. If you make it once, I'll take one.
And I'm
right
not
leg
allowed
only.
the blue. Right leg only.
Yeah, no blue, yellow
Dang,
only.
dude. I got this like floppy women's Target flip flop thing on. My blood is on it already.
Don't burp.
Why did you make this so hard, bro? I gotta jump one leg. That thing spins.
Forgot it spinned. I think you got it. You get 2 tries. So like this one can just be warm up if you want.
I want to get it on my first try so that I don't have to do it again.
Okay.
I'm off weight with all this air packed into here.
Okay, I gotta let mine out.
Hey, did you try this?
Yeah.
No, come on! All right, I got it.
It's possible.
Did you get it?
I got it without the spinning thing. I thought the spinning thing would make it easier though, because you can like stand on it.
Yeah.
All right, remember, shot glass of lemon juice.
Okay.
So just be careful, right?
Okay, thank you. If I could have more lemon stuff today after all that Sprite.
Oh, jeez. 1 foot, that's crazy.
You did this?
Yeah, I did it.
Did you film it?
Nah, cameras weren't on.
Oh, okay, all right.
I won't distract you or anything.
Thank you.
I'll make it fair. Nice and fair. Oh! All right. Deal's a deal. Wait,
That
can I
was
cancel?
way harder and way more painful than I thought, dude. Did you jump on? Maybe
Yeah, I
it's this
jumped on.
thin
Well, these are
little
my
shoe.
ninja shoes. These are my ninja shoes.
Okay, these are terrible, dude. How about if you get it, we both take one?
I only have 1 shot glass, so.
Yeah. Okay.
What leg?
Left leg.
Left leg?
Yeah.
All right.
You got it, dude.
Did you
only
start?
only your foot though. You can't use like your shin.
Okay. Did you start leaning out
Yeah.
or no?
Yeah. I leaned down. Yeah. So you can't like land on your shin and then jump from shin to like shin on one to shin on the next. Oh, dude, you got it. You got it. Oh!
No way.
Dang, dude.
So I'm taking it, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
That's crazy.
You know what's low key kind of funny? What is happening, bro?
Oh, dude, that movement.
This is what you were asking about sour stuff earlier.
Yeah, we're not done with it, too.
Oh, we're not done with it. That's
Alright.
the shot glass?
Well, we don't have
That's
to fill
just
it
a
full.
glass.
We don't have to fill it full or nothing.
I'll pour you one shot.
Okay. I don't know how much that is.
It's a
To drink.
ounce and a quarter.
I'm so glad I burped. That's right, you used to bartend too, right?
Uh-huh.
How long did you do that for?
About 3 years.
That's just one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did you think it was more than that? I low-key kind of like lemon juice.
Yeah, that's not even
I don't know if
bad.
I would want to just take shots of it, but
This one comes from Instagram. How often were you training for ninja? Like how many days a week?
when I first started, I was training every day because there was no structure to the sport at all.
Exactly.
When I started, there was zero structure to it. I trained every day because when you're young, you think if I'm not training every day and then somebody else is, they're at a significant advantage. But then when you get smarter, not necessarily just older, but when you get smarter about it, you realize, oh, I should be training, should adapt the type of training that I do instead of just train all the time, like overdo it.
Yeah.
So it was every day, and then I reworked it to where 4 really good days of training per week was like my sweet spot.
That's pretty good.
You know, it just happens to be on the days that I had off. The things that I liked to do were also pretty good training. So skateboarding, or I'd go like climbing just for fun, not climbing to do circuits on a training board, circuits on a campus board or something like that. I would just go climbing because it was fun to climb, or go hiking and stuff, or go running. I like to run. So my hobbies just happen to also be pretty good training mechanisms.
Yeah, that helps a lot with coordination, balance especially. Do you see yourself ever competing again, or do you consider yourself retired?
I'm retired from the level that I was competing at for sure. Some of that is just being so busy. There are other things that I feel like I can probably do now before I have a family and all that stuff. And if Ninja takes up all of that time and I never do any of the other things that I would also kind of like to do, then I'm just shorthand. It's not fair. I don't think it's fair to me to just have this one thing that I do and make my entire life just dig into that singular thing,
Yeah.
Like I want to keep playing ping pong, I want to keep playing Smash, I want to keep doing video work and pictures and
Yeah, you do a lot.
yeah, dude, I want to keep doing all that stuff. And Ninja, let's say I tried to do A&W again or something like that, that is months and months of the year are dedicated to training. It changes the way you eat, it changes the way you sleep. Your free time all goes to training. You're constantly on, there's this fine line between overdoing it to where you're hurt or you're in peak condition, and you're constantly dancing that line, and sometimes you fall over.
True.
Yeah, sometimes you cross that line, and then you're hurt, and then you get worried that you're not training because you're hurt, so it takes longer to recover and stuff like that. So I did it for a long time.
What age were you at your prime?
31.
31. And how old are you now?
34. I don't think that as long as you stay in shape, and as long as you're still doing stuff and kind of swinging around, I don't know if you're, like my movement, when I still have to do obstacles. I have to build and test and stuff to set competitions and coach a team. My movement and my understanding of how to move is still really, really not as good as it was, but it's still like
you stay up on everything.
Yeah,
for the
I have
most
to stay
part.
current. I have to be able to say, okay, this is this type of swing design, this is how it works, and this is why it works. So I have to be able to do it to communicate to a kid who's learning like continuous lache posture, or like how to swing diagonally, or how to go from a single strap, how to change directions on a single strap, where you can get tied up and kind of no man's land on a component that is fastened from a single strap. You still have to be able to do that. And in order to do it and actually demonstrate it, I have to do it correctly, right? Because they can only hang for so long. So
yeah, that's something I'm still working on, is like explaining stuff. 'Cause I can obviously do them, but sometimes putting it into words is I struggle with that a bit.
Yeah.
But you're really good with words, and
Thanks.
you're well spoken.
Appreciate it. Yeah, if somebody asked what my accomplishment was, I think that is it. Because when there wasn't structure to the sport,
Right.
to communicate what we're doing and why what we're doing works, built Ninja Gyms.
I think that ties into my next question too. So you're in the military and you worked a construction job for a bit. How did you find out about Ninja, and how did you get to the point where you're the co-owner of this gym and owner of one of the most successful gym programs ever?
I found out about Ninja. We didn't have TV or anything growing up. My exposure to channels like NBC or whatever Ninja's on would be just if I saw something peripherally, like if I was bartending and I saw something on TV just peripherally, or if when I actually saw Ninja, and when I thought that the show was just like a competition or whatever, I was in a hotel in Denver and I turned the TV on in the hotel, and then I saw that Ninja was on TV. I think towards the end of the show there might have been something about, hey, to apply to try or something like that. Got back to Minnesota afterward, and then I got on the internet and thought, okay, there has to be a way to try that, because I've always liked that style of thing. Like I feel like I could, do that or try it or something. And so I found this dude who had obstacles on his dad's property. His dad got him a whole bunch of obstacles, basically. The things that you could buy back then.
Are they still up right now, you think, or?
No,
Long
for sure
gone?
not. Those are long gone.
Okay.
After I had gone a couple times, he asked if I wanted to like teach a class because he was gonna try to have classes or something with Ninja. The day that I showed up to teach a Ninja class, Sarah Schoback was there, and she had already known about Ninja and all that. And she wanted to open a gym, and so she found out that I had construction experience and was a rock climber, and that I was helping teach a Ninja class.
everything.
Yeah, and so she it was easy math to do, and so she asked if I wanted to just move to the cities, start a Ninja gym with her. Tried a whole bunch of different stuff. When everybody opens the Ninja gym, they want like, oh, we're just gonna have this big elite training facility where we all just show up and it's a bunch of really competent adults, and then we all go on the show and do the stuff, and it's just not, that doesn't work. So if that's what you think that will happen when you open a Ninja gym, that's just so wrong.
Do you have any advice to someone that's starting a Ninja gym or that's already running it that needs help?
So structure is enormously important. Actually have a plan, change stuff super often,
Yeah, I like
and
that.
grow your employees. Help wanted signs, it's really tough to put out a help wanted sign and expect somebody to show up and not only know what Ninja is, be able to sacrifice time in actually developing something that works. You have to grow them. They have to be around for months to understand what the sport is, why they should, get on board with like whatever passion you have. It's an investment to work really, really hard at something that may or may not pay off. It's an investment to do it.
Yeah,
Like you might lose money if you put on a big competition and you really spend months working on it. You might lose money, but then all of the competitions afterward people are gonna start attending because they'll think, oh yeah, they do this like this.
Good,
Like,
yeah.
it's sick to go here. So I mean, it'll end up bouncing back. Like it'll pay itself back off, but it's just it's hard.
switching stuff up. That's what I like
Yeah.
probably the most about this gym, because the last one I was at, they didn't like change stuff up too often, and then when I joined this one, I was like, oh, it's like a new obstacle like pretty much every day, or like a
Yeah,
new
it has
line
to.
and stuff.
It has to. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you're
like,
really good at
interesting.
doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You'll be really
Yeah.
good at that. Devil steps over and over.
Yeah. So something people may not know about you is that you have a wild sense of humor. Do you credit like your sense of humor to anyone, or like is it kind of the way you grew up, or?
I think so. When we moved here, I don't know. That's tough. I know when it got like shameless, like when it was just like, oh, I'm gonna kind of do what I want. I know when that occurred, but like when like goofing around,
I don't know how
trying to be funny, I think it started when I was like my brother and I would just try to make each other laugh all the time. I don't know if I ever fully fit in with the like popular-ish type of crowd, so it was always kind of like we were like this sort of like misfit raggy-taggy kind of group, and then it's just inherent to that type of group to have like obscure, like abstract humor.
And then you know how to like read a room with like your jokes too. That's like a cool part. I enjoy
Thanks,
about your
man.
jokes.
Yeah, appreciate that.
So this next part is called Truth or Drink. I kind of stole it off of something I've seen on YouTube.
Are you drinking alcohol?
No, I'm not drinking alcohol.
Okay.
I only have this lemon juice, but it's like it tastes good.
That's right. I'm in.
It
I'm
tastes
in.
good. So.
Count me in.
So here are the rules. If you make the shot, I'll take a shot of the lemon juice. If you miss, you take the shot of the lemon juice. So I'll ask the question, and then you get to choose to either take the shot or not. You ready? Favorite staff member at OA? So you can answer or take a shot at it.
Oh, every single, you'd have to give it like a category. 'Cause
Or
every
least favorite.
single one has like one thing that I like most about them.
Sam, Skinny, or Travis? Who's your favorite?
Ooh. Oh, man. And I don't get a category?
Nah, just who's your favorite out of those three?
I think this is a shot one. That's a smart question.
Okay.
All right, lemon juice. It's juicing time. There you go. That's a fair shot. I hope we don't drink this entire bottle.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. They probably won't see this, but favorite sibling?
At what?
Favorite out of, you said three?
Yeah.
Out of those three. What are their names?
O-Face, Laundry, and Banana.
Favorite.
Rihanna, Audrey, and Odin. That's another shot.
Lemon juice.
Oh, come on. Doesn't lemon juice like shrink your teeth or something after a while?
Yeah, I think I heard that. Might as well start answering some juicy questions.
Man, yes.
No pun
Juicy
intended.
questions or juice? I'm just going to keep this with me, just in case.
Dang, I did a lot of favorites.
Yeah, you did. Favorite drug?
Favorite team? Besides Elite 2.
Yeah, besides my team. Man, I think that the youngest junior team is pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
Because you never know what's gonna happen. You don't know if they're all gonna cry or if will be like the greatest day ever. You don't know if they're gonna do great or if they're just gonna randomly let go on their backswing and just I'd say the youngest junior team.
Youngest junior.
Yep.
All right, last one.
All right,
for
lay it on me, dog. Let's go.
Like biggest gym controversy, like with a parent or kid.
Like a controversy type in general, or like specific event.
Go with like in general.
In general,
like a parent.
Why isn't my kid on this team yet?
Like like that. You get that a lot, right?
Yeah, I get that a lot. And it's not even that controversial. Usually, sometimes it's just curiosity. It used to be when we were developing, when we weren't quite as big, and the most elite team was a pretty small group. When one kid would move up, and that team would grow from 8 to 9, it was tears, and it was pretty rough for a bit. Yeah.
Imagine.
And I mean, there was there's some like pretty objective measures, and there are a few things that are subjective, but the things that are subjective, very few people know what those subjective measures, how to make them as close to objective as possible. All of the things that were controversies were
they're all done.
A function of growing pain. Yeah, they were just growing pains. They were just like, okay.
This is an option for you.
Mm-hmm.
So each 3 of them, they all get to ask you like one question.
How about they can buy a question by taking a shot of lemon juice?
Okay.
You guys can't see them, but all 3 of them are just off camera. Yeah, get in the frame, dog. And you got to ask the question into one of our mics.
So I got to drink it first?
Yep. I have to either answer it or shoot. Well, you just fill it. You just don't go all the way to the threads. Go up to just to the top of the handle.
Should we make it like gym related, or should it?
There you go. Yeah. I did a little bit more than that, but that's fine. That's fine.
Should we make it more gym related, or can it be about anything?
About anything.
Not that bad, actually.
It's not that bad, bro. Hit me good! We gotta ask it into his mic, though. Yeah, we have these little microphones on.
If you had to pick one obstacle that you wouldn't have created, which one would it have been? Like, if you could go back and not make one obstacle.
2 seasons ago, when there was a big turnover in the youngest age group, which was then the NNL, we had a diagonal lache from 2 little cannonballs, and it was like the 3rd obstacle, and we thought, oh, last year the 6 to 8-year-olds killed it. Like, they were really good. Yeah, dog. And it was like the 3rd or 4th obstacle, and we had like maybe 5 people pass it. So I would undo that, build, I think we called it the whale. You know what I mean?
Is this like an inside thing?
Yeah, nah, dog. It was.
Whenever you look around the gym, you will see remnants of the whale. So the big twin steps we have are old chunks of the whale.
We built this giant arch that you basically could just climb on. It was too heavy to move. In a way, though, it is the biggest regret. It was like the most time consuming, like a week to build it. But it was. It ended up working because we ended up hanging it upside down and making a swinging bouldering route out of it. So it ended up being okay, but probably the whale. However much you drink, the next person has to drink that much.
So that looks like yours.
What? I had a little bit more.
Yeah, he had a little.
Mine was up to the top of the boo. Better be a little question.
Right.
I'll keep it light.
All right.
I can do more.
No, Team Money has to drink the rest.
Done.
So we know just based on reaction that there's clearly something there, right? So how much bathwater do you think Skinny has actually consumed in his life?
In ounces?
Bathwater.
Let's go by gallons.
I would say,
Right.
right? I would say, hey, it's fair. He bought the question. He bought the question. Hey, don't tip the camera over. Don't tip the camera over. If I were answering as logically as I possibly could, when you're a little kid and you're getting a bath, you're guaranteed to drink probably like an ounce per week for the first couple years of your life, right? So about maybe an ounce, half ounce per week, 128 ounces in a gallon, right?
Hey, you only get one, right?
Well, he's just drinking for fun now.
Okay. What's up, bro? You can pick
How much of his mother's
If his mom owned the tub, then
an
technically,
inside
what? If his mom owned the tub, technically it was all of his.
Hey, you go
Don't
over
get
it.
any on the microphones.
Yeah.
Don't get any on the cameras. Get any on the cameras. Don't get any on the lights. Don't get any on the microphones. So technically, also 1 gallon.
Well, I don't get it.
It's a long.
It's a
Actually,
long
don't
story.
remember where the. I don't remember where the joke started.
Okay.
About to here.
Yeah. Well, Skinny and I did to the top of the handle.
Yeah, I was filming. I know you didn't do the top of the.
Yes, I did, bro.
That's more than you did. For sure.
What? Oh, come on.
Oh, no. You've been to a lot of competitions, whether competing, working, etc. Which gym was your least favorite gym to go to a competition of, and why?
The least favorite one to work. I don't know if it was the least favorite because it was so funny. You know what I mean? I'll take a shot so I don't have to call anybody out. I don't have to call anybody out in California.
Oh, you actually made that one.
To compete at A&W season 13 Dust Storm. Count?
Fair enough. That's
Good
when
one.
you Warp World Dust Storm, right?
Yep.
That concludes truth or drink segment.
All right.
Do you want a family and how many kids would you like?
I want an even number, and I think 2 is too few, but 4 sounds like a lot. 3.8.
Nice. Nice.
No, probably 4.
4?
Yeah.
You think you got like
That's
enough?
so much to ask of like
Somebody.
a wife,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, that is a
Do
lot.
that 4 times.
4.
Push 4 of those out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
First one's got to be the hardest, right?
I don't know. Never done it.
True.
Never.
I
Yeah.
guess
Never
I'm
given
asking the
birth.
wrong person. You think you got like enough experience with like obviously being like a coach for like little kids?
I would be. I'll do great. I don't know a thing about babies, dude. I know I could keep one alive, but
Yeah.
once they get to like 4, 5, that's when I think that I get really capable with kids.
Okay.
As soon as they have like just a basic understanding of like, oh, like I'm a world, you know, I can do this, like I can eat.
Like conscious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Said that
I
right.
mean, I think like once people say that it changes, like the second that you have your first kid, it changes and like your whole worldview, everything is completely different. There's no explaining it. There's no way to understand it or digest it until you know. So I think maybe that'll change like when I do have my first kid. But
When do you think that's gonna be?
probably soon.
Got any names planned? Let's go boy and girl.
Untitled document 1. And then the girl would be second, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then untitled document -2.
Nice. Really nice news.
Yeah, thank you. No, I don't know, man. I think I'd have to see the person. I think I'd have to see him first, maybe.
Would you consider like a junior?
A
Hunter
junior? Yeah, maybe. For a girl, though. I've only known like maybe 2 other hunters, and one of them was a girl. And I think Hunter is a cool girl name.
So you just hosted a youth NSC here.
Yeah, boy,
So
let's go.
Who helps you with like building obstacles and how
Scum
far
Daddy, bro, Skinny.
out? How far out are you planning the comps before they're actually like you go
To put it in perspective, we're hosting the Ninja Sport Network Pro Championship. This is August 15th. The NSN Pro Championship is February 13th. We started yesterday.
So like same
A lot.
Like,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, way out. Otherwise, the days leading up are the worst. If you're unprepared, the days leading up are the worst. Especially now that competitions are streamed, it's your reputation's on the line. Things cannot malfunction. You know, things can't break. Stuff has to be safe.
Yeah.
You know, the courses have to make sense. It has to be unique enough. It has to be done well.
So your first comp, was that like, were you still planning like months out, or was it like you just threw it
No,
together?
we just didn't. I mean, Kyle and I would have a loose idea of what to do, sort of, you know, and we'd give ourselves like a week, and we'd be like, oh, we're going to be really prepared. We're going to spend an entire week on this one obstacle course.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so then, you know,
stuff happens.
yep,
Right.
and then things change.
Instagram user Lake_Ninja.
Who is that?
I don't know. What's your favorite obstacle you've made?
We called it the Flip Rodriguez. So you would stand on a platform, or you would be on all fours on a platform, and then you would hold rock climbing holds, flip it over with you backward, and so that it would go from you on top of a tabletop to you climbing like a ceiling. That was pretty cool. Otherwise, the Youth NSN, the sliding Lego that you had to tilt to avoid
Oh yeah, that was cool.
obstructions, I think was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The most fun one to do.
I like the Tic Tac one. I think that's my favorite.
Tic Tac. Tic Tac.
If Ninja weren't a thing, what do you think you would do career-wise right now?
Ninja forced me into being able to do video work, but before Ninja, I've always been interested in video. Something in like the art, animation, or video work, like creating some sort of media, or I would have faded back into the military probably.
What stopped you from military?
My back.
You can go pro in any sport besides Ninja.
Ping pong or Melee.
it's
Super
coming.
Smash Brothers Melee. So a lot of Super Smash Brothers games are, I mean, there's a good handful of them out there, but Melee is the one that you guys should look into. Watch a documentary called The Smash Brothers. It's on YouTube. And if you play Smash, then play Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Do
It's
you
good.
still do classes with ping pong?
When I have time, I haven't been able to the last couple weeks because we were getting this NSN thing
Right.
going, but I'll start them back up. Yeah,
How much better is she than you? It's a girl, right?
she's like she was pro.
Oh.
The difference between a professional ping pong player and
Yeah.
somebody who really likes to play is
Okay, I can see
big, dude.
Yeah.
It's big.
Movies or TV shows?
It used to be movies, but now that TV shows, there are some TV shows with hour-long episodes where each one of them
Boys.
is basically a movie. Yeah.
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 Favorite TV show besides The Boys?
Ooh, The Boys is up there for sure. I like this one lately called 000, The Bear. It's really good.
Oh, you told me about The Bear.
Yep. There's this cop show called Bosch that grows on you. That's really good.
Last question from me. Did you have a mentor growing up, and do you look up to anyone right now?
I look up to, and maybe people know this or not, but I pull inspiration from everybody that I know, like every person that I know. And whether I know that sometimes I know that I'm doing it. Like
Right.
even talking to you, there are little things that you do or may say in this conversation that I think, oh, those are cool. They get baked away somewhere in my mind.
Yeah.
And then when the time is right, it comes out naturally. And I think everybody does that. Like I think if you're having a conversation with somebody and even the way that they say one thing can resonate with you because you can think, oh, why didn't I think like that before? Like earlier you said when I was talking about staying current with Ninja, you said you stay up. Without thinking, I'll probably say that at some point to somebody because I know that communicating it like that to them will resonate with them. Like that will make sense to them more than what I was gonna say. So I do look up to everybody. If I'm coaching like a 6 or 7 year old kid, sometimes they'll say something or a joke that I know they picked up from like their grandpa.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know that I'm gonna sponge it up and it's gonna come out of me later. And
Yeah.
so that's, I do look up pretty much to everybody. As long as people are being authentic, I do look up to pretty much everybody I know. And as far as having a mentor, when I grew up, the only people that were with me the entire time, because we moved around a whole bunch, were my family. I got the like obscure, weird, abstract humor from my sister, who's a
Really?
scientist. Yep. I think I got a lot of my artistic ability from my oldest sister, and I got a lot of work ethic from my brother. My family would be the mentors, and then everybody that I know, I'd pick up stuff from.
I put on my Instagram story, drop questions for you.
That was a good idea, because I don't have Instagram.
Instagram user Isabella.ninja asks, where can I get one of your shirts?
Oh, I have one for her.
You do?
I think if it's the right Isabella, I have one for her.
Yeah. And then another person asks, kind of to both of us. Do you sell merch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Where can they find that? Or is it just in person?
I'm gonna create an Instagram again.
Okay.
I've been saying this for like weeks, but I'll create another Instagram and I'll put like a link or something.
Gotcha. What do you think it will be called? Or
It's gonna be
wait?
way more personalized than it was before. Before it was like an A&W thing. It was like my A&W screen name, and I had to keep it G-rated and promote the show and do whatever, however. But now that you know, I don't care. It will be me. It'll be my Instagram. Maybe it will be called The Lizard or whatever, just for familiarity, but it'll be me.
Instagram user T3 Travis asks, which circumcision is your favorite?
Dang, dude, the scissors. I think
Scissors?
the scissors was a lot less scary than the magnets were.
Okay.
The
Same user asks, why have you been circumcised so many times?
luck.
Luck?
Just good luck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same user asks, would you like to be circumcised again right
Yes.
now on camera?
Yes. Yes.
How many times have you been circumcised? Same user.
Two and some. 2 and a little bit.
A little bit.
I don't know what percentage, because I don't know if it was like a percentage of the overall skin I started with or what I had left when I did it. So 2 and a quarter.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Dude, I've had to pee for so long.
Ben.ninjaman says, hi, Hunter, question mark.
Dang, bro.
Yeah. Instagram user Undisputed Bay asks, what's your least favorite thing about Jera?
That you took so long to work here.
Oh,
Well, we asked you for like a year.
Well, I was scared
Of
for
what? I don't get it.
like some reason.
I
when I
not
first
get it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
don't
don't
know.
get it. Because I hear like constantly now that you're one of like our best coaches.
For real?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Constant. It's people who take junior teams, dude. Like, they're invaluable. They're hard to do. I have to pee
like
in
them,
between
they're
these
fun.
questions, dude.
Yeah, I gotta pee
so
too.
much Sprite in my fucking body. Dude, I've had to pee for so long, dude.
Looks carbonated.
I should have just burped right away and lost.
The Real Ginger 23. What's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
I don't know any Taylor Swift songs.
I don't know them by name, but I know some.
What are some lyrics?
Well, if I play it, I could sing along. Like
What is just like a few words in sequence?
in sequence.
Yeah.
Ryan_chafing asks, what is your favorite condiment to eat by itself?
If I had to choose, it would have to be like garden salsa, so pico de gallo, because it would basically just be like a
that's
tomato
good.
salad type thing.
Alex.fodor.wnl asks, how is he so handsome? Asking for a friend.
City was a radio.
Damn, my man, bro. Tell him I'm giving him a fist bump right now.
Okay.
It's a G thing. It's a G, that's the mustache.
Chris Clark 621 asks, what's your ideal mustache?
Man.
That was
a
crazy
combination
lined
of well, Skinny's is pretty good right now. If Skinny cuts all his, the non-mustache, it's pretty good. Yeah, cowboy Skinny, dude, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, cowboy Skinny's.
Will you marry me? ZA.ch09.
That's a minor.
Yeah. So let's do a guessing game.
I-
Will you be my dad? Who do you think asked that?
Zach.
Or no? Starts with a J, ends in a T.
It starts with a J and ends
Last
with
name ends with a
T.
T.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say what? Whose name? J. Will you be my dad? It's a boy.
It's a boy. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a boy.
No. Jackson. Give me another hint.
I mean, you got it.
I did?
Yeah, Jackson Twait.
Okay, that's what I was trying to think. What the hell is Jackson from? Anyway, yeah.
Last question from Evan, Cubing Ninja 06. How many gallons of milk can you consume in a whole day without throwing up or using the bathroom?
Can I train for it?
No.
Right now.
Right now, yeah. 24 hours from right now.
24-hour day.
Could probably get like one, maybe. I don't even know.
So it would be harder to just not use the bathroom for 24 hours than it would be to drink a gallon of milk in the course of a day. So I would say 2, but as soon as the 24-hour like alarm goes off, like all hell breaks loose. It comes out of everywhere.
Well, yeah, that's all the questions I have for today. Also running out of time. Do you have anything else to add? before I
No,
close?
man. I feel like for some of this, I just kind of forgot we were doing a video.
Yeah, same. Well, I mean, I couldn't forget about the lights, but yeah.
Well, thanks, Jeremiah Boyd. It's really been a pleasure.
Of course.
Hopefully everybody knows me better now
Yeah,
than they did
hopefully.
2 hours ago.
Yeah, because I bring you up a lot, like, around my friends, and then I'm like,
Yeah?
you know Hunter? And then I'm like, oh, yeah,
Well,
you
now
know
they do.
Hunter. Yeah.
Tell them to come in.
All right. Thank you guys for making it to the end of the interview. I'll see you again next week.
What's up, Jimmy?